My suspicion about Shaft has finally been confirmed. They throw their money anywhere they want. I mean, seriously, the level of animation and budget that probably went into this episode is ungodly. It is so insane. Shaft, they have the money. I mean, what they did in this episode is just fucking unreal. Okay, so one scene in this episode, I'm not talking about the fast-paced animation scene where you see Raku just spin around real fucking fast with 100 frames in probably less than a second and sit down, which is ungodly animation we saw. But one scene that got me was that baby scene. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you probably missed it because it was really quick. There was a scene when you see in Onodera's room where this baby doll pops up. It's so creepy and out of place. It's definitely Shaft. But if you pause the screen and look at that baby doll, look at the fucking shading. Look at the shading on a useless object in Nisekoi that's not even important. Look at the level of animation that baby doll has. Look at the face. Look at the creepy smile. I mean, it looks realistic. It looks absolutely realistic. Shaft has to be one of those freaking crazy studios that loves making their animation top fucking dog. They want to retain that title just because of what I see. They are the wackiest studio because of the level of animation they're willing to do on different sections of the series. It's just amazing. I love Nisekoi for that, and I love Shaft for that. This episode, for one thing, the reaction faces. Shaft always does reaction faces well, but the way they do it in Nisekoi just really drags out the emotions and feelings in this series. That's what I feel like makes Nisekoi so fucking compelling. I mean, we may see other rom-coms and other harems and stuff that kind of are like Nisekoi, but Shaft is what I think really makes this series 10 times better, because with their wacky comedy that makes stunning visuals, like the backgrounds, oh my god, how you have Onodera in the room and you see the stunning backgrounds, just every bit of detail and these different objects in the background is insane. I don't even want to know how much money freaking Shaft is putting in each individual episode, let alone a freaking single 100 frame 1 second scene. I mean, like the freaking Raku just spinning around, they're just, oh my fucking god! Okay, so I know I'm talking about Shaft in the animation, but I need to mention this. Shaft. Just, holy fuck. Okay, so let's talk about this episode. This episode, besides the animation, had great freaking music, and it had so much kawaii, adorable freaking moments that made you do like, ah! That was so cute in a Nisekoi episode. For instance, we get to see two of our favorite characters, some people, whoever's shipping Onodera and Raku together, most likely really love this episode. Getting to see Onodera and Raku in the same room, and they're about to cook together, every little bit of scenes in this episode was just so freaking funny. Like the mother scene, we get to see Onodera's mother, and she's like, she tastes one of his, like, sweets. It's like, Onodera, you need to make him into the family. And I'm thinking, like, it's just, what the fuck? It is so funny. I love Nisekoi. The level of comedy, even though we didn't actually get progression with the plot, it was still so freaking enjoyable. So enjoyable. This was a very good episode because the comedy was even higher than some weeks I've seen. It was so funny getting to see these two characters alone for once and not having to deal with these standard cliches of always getting fucking interrupted by other things like phone calls and stuff like that and other friends. I really expected Chitoge or someone to come in the middle of this conversation and ruin their fun time when we saw this episode, but they didn't. I was happy. We actually had some good, steady progress between Onodera and Raku's relationship, because when they got to exchange email addresses at the end, and now they know each other's phone number, which is really nice. I like that. I like this episode for what it did there. Really, the level of comedy in Nisekoi just stuns me. It really does. I never would have thought I would have this much enjoyment from Nisekoi. Being not a manga reader and only reading the first volume of Nisekoi, and seeing how they adapted Nisekoi into what Shaft has done, is unreal. I can't imagine what manga readers are feeling about Nisekoi getting to see this anime, because all these reaction scenes I bet are just amazing for all of you freaking major loving fandom of the Nisekoi fanbase. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah, one more thing before I forget. That World Conquest reference. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, Shaft? Are you kidding me? You put a World Conquest freaking reference in an anime like Nisekoi that is so unrelated to World Conquest. What kind of relationship does World Conquest have with Nisekoi or Shaft alone? I didn't think they were from the same studio. So either way, good job there, Shaft. Only people that watched last season's World Conquest would probably have gotten that joke. So everybody, I love you so much. Please be safe, and Chibi out.